Welcome to free awareness classes on Indian Constitution conducted by Tharananellur Educational and Cultural Society through Irinjalakuda Vivekananda Civil Service Academy's YouTube channel every day at 7 p.m. This is me, Mahesh MR. As usual, all of you, please subscribe our YouTube channel, and if you could like this class, please like and share it. Today we have Article 11 of Indian Constitution. I already mentioned in part 2, we have articles 5 to 11. These articles providing the provisions related to citizenship. But also I mentioned only limited things given related to citizenship issue in the Constitution. That is, 4 categories of citizens at the time of the commencement of Indian Constitution that we already discussed. After the commencement of Indian Constitution, how a person can acquire Indian citizenship? Everything, all the powers related to this issue given to Indian Parliament on the basis of Article 11. So, Article 11 empowers the Parliament to decide how one can become Indian citizen after the commencement of Indian Constitution. On the basis of this article, Indian Parliament enacted a law, that is Citizenship Act 1955. On the basis of this act now, in 5 ways a person can acquire Indian citizenship. Like that, in 3 ways a person may lose his Indian citizenship. Let us see this in detail. In the first way, one can acquire Indian citizenship by birth. If a person is born in India, irrespective of that person's nationality, will get Indian citizenship. That was till 1st July 1987. Even a foreign couple's child will get Indian citizenship if that child is born in India. But later this changed. That was on 1st July 1987. After 1st July 1987, either of the parents should be an Indian citizen. Again, this changed in the year 2003. This came to force on 3rd December 2004. Here now, either one of the parents should be an Indian citizen, along with that foreign partner should not be an illegal migrant. In the second way, a person can acquire Indian citizenship by descent. By descent means citizenship provided to the persons of Indian origin. We know about persons of Indian origin. Their parents and grandparents were Indian citizens. Okay, so such people will get Indian citizenship if their father is an Indian citizen till 1992. See, from 26th January 1952, 10th December 92, if a person of Indian origins father is an Indian citizen, that person is eligible for Indian citizenship. This became a controversial one. Only what about father? Then what about mother? So that changes made here. From 1992 onwards, either of the parents should be an Indian citizens. Again, change brought here in the year 2003, that it came to existence in the year 2004, December 3. Here, not only either one of the parents should be an Indian citizen, but also that child should be registered at an embassy of that person's country within 1 year of that child born. And in the third way, a person can acquire Indian citizenship through the process of registration. Through the process of registration, a person can acquire Indian citizenship in 4 ways. Firstly, if that person is residing in India continuously 7 years. Secondly, in the case of persons of Indian origin, after renunciating his or her foreign citizenship and coming to India and applying for it. And the third one, same as in the persons of Indian origin. See, these persons of Indian origins, parents or grandparents, once they were Indian citizens, and later they quit Indian citizenship. Now, such people are also eligible for Indian citizenship if they are renunciating their foreign citizenship and coming to India and residing 12 months. They are also eligible for Indian citizenship. And fourthly, in the case of overseas citizens of India card holders, this card is issued to the persons of Indian origin. If they have received these cards before 5 years, which means if they have completed 5 years after getting this card and residing 12 months in India, they will also get Indian citizenship. In the fourth way, one can acquire Indian citizenship by the way of naturalization. This is somewhat like a registration. So, that person should fulfill 7 conditions. The first condition, that foreign citizens country also promoted Indian citizens their citizenship by the process of naturalization. The second condition, that foreign citizens should be ready to quit his or her foreign citizenship. And the third one, that a person should not be an illegal migrant. And fourth condition, in between 11 to 14 years of his or her stay in India, before 12 months applying for Indian citizenship, that person should be an ordinary resident of India 1 year. And fifth condition, that a person should be with a good character. And the fifth one, that a person should know at least one official language mentioned in the 8th schedule of Indian Constitution. And next one, that a person should have good intention to acquire Indian citizenship. And the fifth way, a person can acquire Indian citizenship by incorporating a new territory. We know some of the regions incorporated to Indian Union after the commencement of Indian Constitution. In the case of Dadra and Nagar Haveli, that incorporated into Indian Union in the year 1961. So when Dadra and Nagar Haveli incorporated into Indian Union, the citizens of Dadra and Nagar Haveli became the citizens of India as well. Like this, in 3 ways a person may lose his or her Indian citizenship. The first one, by renunciation. If a person voluntarily quitting Indian citizenship, that is it. And secondly, by termination. If a person acquiring a foreign citizenship, his Indian citizenship will cancel automatically. And the third one, by deprivation. This means, if a person may lose his or her Indian citizenship, if he is not loyal to Indian Constitution. If he is disloyal to Indian Constitution, his Indian citizenship will lose. Secondly, if he is disloyal to Indian Constitution. Thirdly, if he is making an illegal trading relationship with an enemy country during the time of a war. And fourthly, after getting Indian citizenship, by the way of naturalization and registration, within 5 years, if he has imprisoned for a period of 2 years. And lastly, if he is continuously residing in a foreign country 7 years. So these are the situations a person may lose his citizenship in the way of deprivation. I told you, so far Indian Citizenship Act 1955 amended 5 times. First time in the year 1986, second one 1992, third one 2003. This all I mentioned when I discussed with you the acquisition of Indian citizenship by birth and descent. And fourth time, Indian Citizenship Act 1955 amended in the year 2005. This was to provide overseas citizenship of India card for persons of Indian origin. Here, persons of Indian origin received several powers. They got a lifelong visa, and also they got some financial, economic, and educational amenities and reductions. And also they got a reduction in air ticket tariff. And also such people need not present their documents at a police station when they visited India. So that was through 2005 Citizenship Amendment Act. Later in the year 2016, fifth time, this act was amended. Here, Indian government decided to provide citizenship to illegal migrants from Bangladesh, Afghanistan, and Pakistan related to religious minorities of Hindus, Sikhs, Jains, Buddhists, Parsis, and Christians. And finally, this was in true with the Citizenship Amendment Act 2019. This became a controversial one. Here, all these religious minorities provided Indian citizenship if they have reached in India before 31st December 2014. And here this became controversial. Why this became controversial? Because here, out of 6 religious groups, Muslims were not included. That was the reason. So this was taken as an advantage by several sections, some political parties, and they tried to hijack the minds of the people, especially some sections of the people, and they tried to inject poisons into their brain. That's why I think this became a controversial one, because it is not possible to remove Muslims from our country, because Muslims also our brothers, our citizens. But these people tried to inject poisons into their mind. And one thing is very true. Why Muslims avoid it? The reason is said by the government officials. Muslim religion was an official religion in those countries. That was the main reason. So here I think you could understand Article 11 of Indian Constitution. So here I am concluding this session. So thank you very much.